When we create our locations, it is important to set them up for success by enabling the onboarding process to start and assigning the devices to a service plan. The onboarding process is the initial piece to gather information from the devices and set up any initial configurations you want to push out to your devices. The service plans are how you deliver out-of-the-box functionality, and it is recommended to set up locations one at a time to know how your system will respond to these actions. In this lesson, you will learn how to enable onboarding and assign a service plan. Let's start with enabling onboarding. Expand a client and then double-click on the location you want to onboard. Once the location is open, click on the Ignite tab. This is where you will enable onboarding and select a service plan to assign to the devices housed in this location. You will see the onboarding section and a checkbox next to enable onboarding. The onboarding process is a series of configuration steps to move your devices into the system and configure them based on their specific needs. This includes assignment to service plans, monitoring based on the selected service plan, retrieval of agent inventories, product keys, and more. Once the initial configuration is complete, the automated onboarding process begins at scheduled intervals. The onboarding process takes approximately 45 minutes to complete. You can check on the status by navigating to the computer management screen, plug into Workspace, Ignite Tile. Once the process has completed, a check mark will display in the onboarding complete field. If you are new to Ignite, it is recommended that you gradually onboard to avoid excessive ticket creation. To gradually onboard, set the server service plan for each location and set the workstation service plan to none for each location. Remediate any issues that may occur, which could mean turning off monitors that track issues you are not concerned with. Clear those tickets and then start onboarding your workstations a few locations at a time. Don't forget to save additional information. Andy wants to select service and workstation plans as well as enable onboarding. From the Control Center, how do you open a location? From the Control Center, how do you open? From the Control Center, how do you open a location? From the Control Center, from the Control Center, how do you open a location? From the Control Center. From the Control Center, how do you open a location? Let's start with enabling onboarding. Expand a client and then double-click on the location you want to onboard. Once the location is open, click on the Ignite tab. Andy wants to select service and work. Let's start with enabling onboarding. Expand a client and then double-click on the location. If you are new to Ignite Vision, may occur. Tech issues onboarding your workstation information. Andy wants to select service and workstation plans as well as enable onboarding. From the Control Center, how do you open a location? Now you have onboarding kicked off and your devices are being configured, you can set the servers to their appropriate service plan. Just above the onboarding section of the Ignite tab, you will see the service plan section. This gives you the option to select a plan from a drop-down for your service. For servers, you have the service plan options of None, Managed 8x5, Managed 24x7, AV Only, Backup Only, AV Backup Combo, and No Contract. For workstations, you have the service plan options of None, Managed 8x5, Managed 24x7, Managed HAS, AV Only, Backup Only, AV Backup Combo, and No Contract. Keep in mind, if left at not selected, a monitor will alert you that this field has not been completed. Each service plan will have specific characteristics, so choose the option that follows your business plan for this client regarding service. Don't forget to save additional information or the screen in the top left of the location box. Now that onboarding has been kicked off and your service plans have been assigned, your devices will now get applied to the appropriate groups. Then you will see the tickets start rolling in. Keep in mind the onboarding process runs at the top of each hour automatically. This process will need to finish before servers and workstations will be allowed to join their respective service plans.
In this video, I will demonstrate how to enable Automate Ignite. This demonstration is useful to automate the deployment of service plans and patching. To begin, first expand clients and then a specific client in the navigation tree. I double-click on the location that I wish to configure, and then I will select the Ignite tab. Using the drop-down list, I'll select a desired service plan for both servers and workstations at this location. The recommended practice is to always start with either just servers or workstations at a single location to manage the tickets that are created by Ignite before igniting all of your locations. Now, I will check the Enable Onboarding box here, and please note that if this box is not checked, the selected service plans for this location will not be applied. I click on the Patching tab to configure patching for workstations and servers. I'll check the Enable Patching boxes as desired. In this example, I'm going to enable patching for servers only. This checkbox will place the agents in the location in a patching group based on the searches. However, I will still need to configure patching policies within the Patch Manager before any patches are managed for these servers. You can search documentation for Patch Manager to get more information on patching within Automate. I am going to click Save Additional Information at the top left of the window to apply the changes that I have made to the configurations for this location. I've reviewed how to enable Ignite. For additional information on this process, please check out the university documentation at connectwise.com/automate docs.
Let's take a minute to go over some of the important concepts covered in this lesson. You should understand how to enable onboarding and assign a service plan. Do you feel comfortable with the material covered in this lesson? If you do, click yes below to advance to the final knowledge check and complete the lesson. Click no if you would like to provide us feedback on how we could improve the lesson.